This wasn't just a truck, it was a rolling legend, a chrome-covered outlaw machine tearing across highways in one of the most iconic chase movies ever made. Snowman's Kenworth W900 didn't just haul beer, it carried attitude, presence, and a whole lot of hidden details fans still miss today. Number 20. The truck used in Smokey and the Bandit was carefully chosen for its long nose silhouette, not just performance. When the production team selected the Kenworth W900 for Snowman's rig, they weren't just thinking about horsepower or hauling capability. The decision was deeply visual. The W900's long nose design gave it a commanding presence that stood out instantly on camera. Unlike cab-over trucks that were common during the 1970s due to length regulations, the W900 stretched forward with a bold, aggressive profile. This made it perfect for cinematic framing. The extended hood created a sense of power and dominance, especially in low-angle shots where the truck appeared larger than life. The filmmakers understood that the truck needed to feel like a character, not just a vehicle. The long nose design helped achieve that by giving it a distinct personality. It looked confident, almost defiant, which matched the tone of the film. There was also a practical advantage. The longer front end allowed for better separation between the engine and the cab, which helped reduce noise and heat for the driver. This made it more comfortable for filming long driving sequences, but ultimately, it was the visual impact that sealed the decision. The W900 didn't just move through scenes, it dominated them. Every time it appeared, it drew attention, reinforcing its role as one of the film's central icons. That silhouette became inseparable from the movie itself, influencing how audiences remember both the truck and the character driving it. Number 19. Multiple identical trucks were used to maintain continuity during filming.
We keep humping all night, we'll be in Dallas by morning.
What looks like one consistent truck throughout Smokey and the Bandit was actually a small fleet of nearly identical Kenworth W900 rigs. This was a common practice in filmmaking, but in this case, it was essential due to the demanding nature of the production. The film involved high-speed driving, tight maneuvers, and sequences that placed significant stress on the vehicles. Relying on a single truck would have been risky and impractical. Instead, the production used multiple units, each assigned specific roles. One truck served as the hero vehicle, used for close-ups and detailed shots where appearance mattered most. Another was modified for stunt work, equipped to handle more aggressive driving and potential damage. Additional trucks were kept as backups, ready to replace any unit that required maintenance or repair. This approach ensured that filming could continue without major delays. It also allowed the crew to maintain visual consistency. Each truck was carefully matched in terms of paint, trim, and accessories, so that audiences would never notice the switch. Even minor details were monitored to ensure continuity between shots. This level of attention helped create the illusion of a single, indestructible truck powering through the entire story. Behind the scenes, however, it was a coordinated effort involving multiple vehicles working together to bring that illusion to life. Number 18. The truck's black paint scheme was chosen to enhance contrast and visibility on film.
They say can't be done. We've got a long way to go.
The deep black finish of Snowman's Kenworth W900 wasn't just a stylistic choice. It was a calculated decision based on how the truck would appear on camera. Filming conditions vary widely, from bright daylight to low-light scenes, and the vehicle needed to remain visually distinct in all of them. Black paint provided strong contrast against most backgrounds, making the truck stand out whether it was on a highway in a town or surrounded by natural scenery. The glossy finish also played a role. It reflected light in a way that highlighted the truck's contours and chrome details, adding depth to its appearance. This helped emphasize its shape and scale, making it more visually striking. At the same time, the production had to manage reflections carefully. Too much glare could interfere with camera exposure, so the finish was balanced to maintain detail without overwhelming the image. The black color also contributed to the truck's personality. It gave the vehicle a sleek, almost intimidating presence, reinforcing its role as a powerful, unstoppable machine. This combination of visual clarity and character made the paint choice an essential part of the truck's design. For audiences, it became one of the most recognizable features of the vehicle, helping cement its status as an icon. Number 17. The truck's exhaust stacks were positioned to enhance its visual identity. One of the most recognizable features of the Kenworth W900 is its vertical exhaust stacks rising behind the cab. In Smokey and the Bandit, these stacks were positioned and styled to maximize their visual impact. They weren't just functional components, they were part of the truck's identity. The vertical placement created a strong vertical line that contrasted with the long horizontal body of the vehicle. This added visual balance and made the truck more dynamic in motion. When the engine was running, the stacks produced visible exhaust that added to the sense of power. This was especially effective in scenes where the truck accelerated or climbed hills. The exhaust became a visual cue, signaling strength and movement. The chrome finish of the stacks also contributed to their presence. They caught light in a way that made them stand out, even in wide shots. From a practical standpoint, vertical stacks help direct exhaust away from the driver and cargo, improving safety and efficiency. But in this film, their role extended beyond function. They became a defining feature of the truck's silhouette, helping it stand out as a character in its own right. Number 16. The truck's engine sound was enhanced to emphasize its power and personality. The sound of Snowman's Kenworth W900 is as memorable as its appearance. That deep, rumbling engine note wasn't left to chance. The production team worked to enhance the truck's audio presence, ensuring it matched the vehicle's visual impact. While real engine sounds were recorded during filming, they were often supplemented and refined during post-production. Sound designers layered additional audio elements to create a richer, more powerful tone. This included emphasizing low-frequency vibrations to give the impression of immense weight. The result is a sound that feels larger than life, reinforcing the truck's role as a dominant force on the road. The audio also helps guide the audience's emotional response. When the truck accelerates, the rising engine note builds excitement and tension. When it idles, the steady rumble conveys strength and reliability. This careful use of sound transforms the truck into more than just a visual element. It becomes an auditory presence that enhances the overall experience. For viewers, the truck doesn't just look powerful, it sounds powerful. And that combination is what makes it unforgettable. Number 15. The trailer attached to Snowman's truck was just as important as the truck itself.
Let it all hang out, 'cause we gotta run the big.
When people think about Snowman's iconic rig in Smokey and the Bandit, they usually focus on the Kenworth W900 tractor, but the trailer behind it played an equally critical role, both visually and narratively. This wasn't just a generic cargo box. It was a fully integrated part of the vehicle's identity, designed to reinforce the scale, purpose, and stakes of the journey. The trailer's length and clean, uninterrupted sides created a strong visual contrast with the detailed chrome, heavy front of the truck. This contrast helped define the overall silhouette of the rig, making it instantly recognizable even at a distance. From a filmmaking perspective, the trailer added complexity to every shot. Turning, reversing, and positioning the truck required careful coordination because the trailer responded differently to movement than the tractor unit. This created opportunities for dynamic camera work, especially during chase sequences where the full length of the rig could be emphasized. The trailer also served as a storytelling device. It represented the cargo, cases of beer, that drove the entire plot. Its presence reminded the audience of the mission at all times. Even when the truck wasn't in motion, the trailer added weight to the scene, both literally and figuratively. From a practical standpoint, the trailer had to be durable enough to handle repeated takes and rough handling. It also needed to maintain a consistent appearance across different shots, requiring careful attention to continuity. For viewers, it might seem like a simple addition. In reality, the trailer was a key component that completed the truck's identity and made the entire rig feel real and purposeful. Number 14. The truck's suspension setup influenced how it appeared to lean during turns.
This is the left, Bandit. Now you gonna take that challenge or not?
One of the subtle but important visual characteristics of Snowman's Kenworth W900 is how it behaves during turns. Unlike smaller vehicles, the truck doesn't pivot sharply or remain perfectly level. Instead, it exhibits a noticeable lean, especially when navigating curves at speed. This isn't just a natural byproduct of its size. It's influenced by the suspension setup of the truck. Heavy-duty suspension systems are designed to absorb shocks and maintain stability under load, but they also allow a degree of movement that becomes visible during dynamic driving. When the truck turns, the weight shifts slightly, causing the body to lean outward. This effect adds to the sense of realism and scale. It makes the truck feel heavy, grounded, and subject to physical forces. From a cinematic perspective, this lean was highly valuable. It provided a visual cue that the truck was in motion and under stress, enhancing the intensity of driving scenes. The filmmakers often captured this movement in wide shots, allowing the audience to see the full body of the truck responding to the road. The suspension also played a role in maintaining control. It helped keep the tires in contact with the road, ensuring stability even during aggressive maneuvers. This balance between flexibility and control is what allowed the truck to perform reliably during filming. For viewers, the leaning motion might go unnoticed consciously, but it contributes significantly to how the truck feels on screen. Number 13. The truck's chrome details were polished constantly to maintain visual continuity.
Hold it! We're not.
That's easy for you to say.
The gleaming chrome accents on Snowman's Kenworth W900 are one of its most defining features, but keeping that chrome looking perfect on camera was an ongoing challenge. During filming, the truck was exposed to dust, dirt, and environmental conditions that could quickly dull its shine. To maintain its iconic appearance, the crew had to polish the chrome surfaces regularly, sometimes between takes. This included the exhaust stacks, grille, mirrors, and various trim elements. The goal was to ensure that the truck looked consistent across all scenes, regardless of filming conditions. This level of maintenance required time and attention to detail. Even minor imperfections could become noticeable under certain lighting conditions, especially in close-up shots. The reflective nature of chrome also introduced challenges for the camera crew. Reflections had to be managed carefully to avoid capturing unwanted elements, such as crew members or equipment. This sometimes required adjusting camera angles or lighting setups. Despite these challenges, the chrome played a crucial role in defining the truck's look. It added brightness and contrast, highlighting the vehicle's shape and making it stand out in every scene. For audiences, the chrome contributes to the truck's polished, almost heroic presence. Behind the scenes, that shine was the result of constant effort. Number 12. The truck's cab interior was modified to accommodate filming equipment.
R3, or as it's known in the industry, the insert car.
While the exterior of the Kenworth W900 remained largely true to its real-world design, the interior of the cab underwent modifications to support filming. Standard truck cabs are relatively compact, making it difficult to fit cameras, lighting, and crew members inside. To solve this, the production team made adjustments that allowed for greater flexibility during shooting. This included repositioning certain elements and creating space for camera placement. In some cases, parts of the cab could be removed or altered to achieve the desired shot. These modifications were designed to remain invisible on screen, preserving the authenticity of the truck's interior. The goal was to create a filming environment that allowed actors to perform naturally while still capturing clear, dynamic footage. Lighting was another important consideration. The interior had to be illuminated in a way that looked realistic, while ensuring that the actors' expressions were visible. This often required additional light sources placed strategically within the cab. For viewers, the interior scenes feel natural and consistent with the exterior. Behind the scenes, they were the result of careful adaptation to meet the technical demands of filmmaking. Number 11. The truck's presence helped redefine the role of vehicles in action comedy films.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and
Before Smokey and the Bandit, vehicles in films often served as tools for transportation or action. Snowman's Kenworth W900 changed that by becoming a central character in its own right. The truck wasn't just a means of getting from one place to another, it had personality, presence, and a role in shaping the story. This approach influenced how vehicles were used in later action comedy films. Filmmakers began to recognize that vehicles could contribute to character development and narrative structure. The truck's interactions with other vehicles, its role in chase sequences, and its connection to the characters all helped elevate its importance. It became more than a prop. It became part of the film's identity. This shift had a lasting impact on the genre, encouraging more creative and intentional use of vehicles in storytelling. For audiences, the truck remains one of the most memorable elements of the film. Why? It represents a blend of action, humor, and personality that continues to resonate. Its legacy can be seen in countless films that followed, where vehicles are given a more prominent and dynamic role. Number 10. The truck's CB radio became a defining communication tool, both on-screen and culturally.
About 16 miles this side of Mississippi.
Whoa, hold it.
One of the most iconic yet often overlooked elements of Snowman's Kenworth W900 and Smokey and the Bandit is the CB radio system inside the cab. While it might seem like just another piece of equipment, it played a massive role in shaping both the film's narrative and its cultural impact. During the 1970s, CB radios were at the peak of their popularity, especially among truck drivers. They allowed drivers to communicate over long distances, sharing information about road conditions, police presence, and general chatter. The film tapped directly into this real-world phenomenon and amplified it. Snowman's use of the CB radio wasn't just functional, it became part of his personality. His voice over the radio carried confidence, humor, and a sense of community that connected him to other drivers on the road. This created a network of unseen allies who helped him navigate the journey. From a filmmaking perspective, the CB radio allowed the story to expand beyond what was visible on screen. It introduced characters and interactions that existed purely through audio, adding depth to the world. The dialogue over the radio also contributed to the film's pacing, providing moments of humor and tension without requiring additional visual scenes. The impact of this portrayal extended beyond the film itself. It helped popularize CB radio culture even further, influencing how people perceived long-haul trucking and communication on the road. For many viewers, the CB radio became synonymous with the trucker lifestyle depicted in the film. It wasn't just a tool, it was a symbol of connection, independence, and shared experience. Number 9. The truck's grille design contributed to its aggressive front-facing identity.
Go to bed. For a week.
Good idea.
And sleep.
The front grille of Snowman's Kenworth W900 is one of its most visually striking features, and it played a significant role in defining the truck's personality on screen. The grille isn't just a functional component for airflow, it's a design element that gives the truck its face. The vertical bars and bold proportions create an impression of strength and authority. When filmed head-on, because the grille dominates the frame, making the truck appear almost like a character confronting whatever lies ahead. This effect is enhanced by the symmetry of the design. The grille sits centrally, flanked by headlights and other elements that reinforce its presence. From a cinematography standpoint, this made it ideal for dramatic shots. Low-angle views and head-on compositions emphasized the grille, turning it into a focal point of the truck's identity. The chrome finish added another layer of visual impact, reflecting light and drawing attention to the details. This combination of form and finish made the grille more than just a part of the truck. It became a symbol of its power and determination. For viewers, the grille is often one of the first things they notice, even if they don't consciously focus on it. Thus, it contributes to the overall impression of the truck as a bold, unstoppable force. This design choice helped elevate the vehicle from a functional machine to a memorable on-screen presence. Number 8. The truck's fuel capacity influenced how long scenes could be filmed continuously. Operating a large vehicle like Snowman's Kenworth W900 during filming required careful consideration of fuel capacity. Unlike smaller vehicles, a semi-truck consumes a significant amount of fuel, especially during continuous operation. This affected how long the truck could be used in a single take. The production team had to plan filming schedules around refueling needs, ensuring that the truck remained operational without interruption. Long driving sequences required coordination to avoid running low on fuel mid-shot. This sometimes meant limiting the duration of certain takes or planning refueling breaks between scenes. The fuel system also had to be managed safely, with proper storage and handling procedures in place. This added another layer of complexity to the production. While the audience sees seamless movement across highways behind the scenes, there was constant attention to keeping the truck fueled and ready. The fuel capacity also influenced the pacing of filming. Scenes were structured to maximize efficiency, capturing as much footage as possible within the available operating time. This logistical detail might seem minor, but it played a crucial role in ensuring the smooth progression of the shoot. For viewers, the truck appears to run endlessly. In reality, its operation depended on careful planning and resource management. Number 7. The truck's mirrors were adjusted specifically for camera visibility rather than driver convenience.
You lucky? Let's get him.
Side mirrors on a semi-truck are essential for driver visibility. But in the case of Snowman's Kenworth W900, they also had to serve a second purpose, supporting the needs of the camera. During filming, the mirrors were often adjusted to ensure they didn't block important shots or reflect unwanted elements. This meant balancing functionality with visual clarity. In some scenes, the mirrors were positioned slightly differently than they would be in normal driving conditions. This allowed the camera to capture clean angles without interference. The reflective surfaces of the mirrors also had to be managed carefully. They could easily pick up reflections of crew members, equipment, or other unintended details. Adjustments were made to minimize these reflections while maintaining a natural look. This required coordination between the driver, camera crew, and production team. Despite these changes, the mirrors still needed to provide enough visibility for safe operation. This balancing act highlights the level of detail involved in filming with real vehicles. Every component had to be considered not just for its practical role, but for how it appeared on screen. For viewers, the mirrors looked like a normal part of the truck. Behind the scenes, they were carefully managed elements that contributed to the overall visual quality of the film. Number 6. The truck's presence helped establish the film's pacing and rhythm.
We've got a long way to go and a short time.
Beyond its physical characteristics, Snowman's Kenworth W900 played a key role in shaping the pacing of Smokey and the Bandit. The movement of the truck influenced how scenes unfolded, creating a rhythm that guided the audience through the story. Driving sequences were not just about action. They were about timing. The speed of the truck, the distance it covered, and the way it interacted with other vehicles all contributed to the film's flow. Scenes involving the truck often alternated between moments of tension and relief, using movement as a way to control the narrative. The steady progression of the truck created a sense of continuity, anchoring the story as it moved from one location to another. This gave the film a forward momentum that kept the audience engaged. The truck's presence also allowed for a variation in pacing. High-speed chases provided excitement, while slower moments offered opportunities for character interaction and humor. This balance helped maintain interest throughout the film. The truck became a central element in this dynamic, acting as both a vehicle and a storytelling device. For viewers, the pacing feels natural and engaging. Behind the scenes, it was carefully constructed around the movement and presence of the truck itself. Number 5. The truck's horn became an audio signature that reinforced its personality.
Pound it down, load it up and truck it. Are we gonna do what they say?
One of the most instantly recognizable elements of Snowman's Kenworth W900 in Smokey and the Bandit is its horn. It's not just a functional safety feature. It became an audio signature that added personality to the truck itself. The horn used in the film delivers a deep, multi-tone blast that cuts through the surrounding noise, making it impossible to ignore. This sound was carefully emphasized during key moments, especially when the truck needed to assert its presence on the road. Whether signaling other drivers, reacting to obstacles, or punctuating a scene, the horn acted almost like a voice for the vehicle. From a filmmaking perspective, this was a powerful tool. Sound can shape how audiences perceive a character, and in this case, the truck's horn contributed to its identity as bold and unapologetic. The timing of the horn blasts was also important. It wasn't used randomly. It was integrated into the rhythm of scenes, enhancing both comedic and dramatic beats. The horn's distinctive tone made it memorable, helping audiences associate the sound with the truck instantly. Over time, it became part of the film's identity, recognizable even outside the context of the story. It added a layer of character to the vehicle, making it feel expressive in a way that few machines do. For viewers, the horn doesn't just signal movement, it signals attitude. It reinforces the truck's presence every time it echoes across the screen. Number 4, the truck's gear shifting was intentionally highlighted to emphasize realism and driver skill.
Sorry, I don't want to get married.
Terrific. That makes two of us.
One detail that often slips past viewers is how much attention Smokey and the Bandit gives to the gear shifting inside Snowman's Kenworth W900. Unlike modern films where driving is often simplified or glossed over, this movie deliberately showcases the physical act of controlling a heavy manual transmission truck. The Kenworth W900 used in the film required precise gear changes, often involving multiple gear ranges and careful timing. This wasn't just background action. The filmmakers made a conscious effort to include shots of the driver's hand working the gear lever, reinforcing the idea that operating this machine required skill and experience. The sound design supported this as well, with audible shifts, engine rev changes, and mechanical feedback that made each gear change feel important. This detail added authenticity to the driving scenes, making them more engaging and believable. It also highlighted the difference between driving a truck and driving a standard car. For viewers, these moments subtly reinforce Snowman's competence as a driver. He's not just along for the ride. He's actively managing a complex machine. The inclusion of these details helped ground the film in reality, even as it embraced exaggerated action and humor. It's a small touch, but one that adds depth to both the character and the vehicle. Number 3. The truck's headlights were used to enhance dramatic nighttime sequences.
That challenge or not?
Come on, fat boy. Yeah.
Night scenes in Smokey and the Bandit rely heavily on the visual presence of Snowman's Kenworth W900, and the headlights play a crucial role in that. These aren't just standard lights illuminating the road. They are part of the film's visual storytelling. The brightness and positioning of the headlights were used to create strong visual contrast, especially in dark environments. When the truck approaches from a distance, the headlights appear first, cutting through the darkness and building anticipation. This technique makes the truck feel powerful and almost larger than life. The lighting also helps define the vehicle's shape, highlighting its grille and front profile even in low light conditions. From a production standpoint, the headlights had to be carefully balanced. They needed to be bright enough to be visible on camera, but not so intense that they overwhelmed the image. This required adjustments to both the lighting setup and a camera exposure. The result is a series of nighttime scenes where the truck feels both imposing and cinematic. The headlights act as a visual signature, announcing the truck's presence before it fully enters the frame. For viewers, this creates a sense of excitement and anticipation, making each appearance of the truck more impactful. Number 2. The truck's constant motion reinforced the film's sense of urgency and momentum.
We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We've got a long way to go.
Throughout Smokey and the Bandit, Snowman's Kenworth W900 is rarely stationary. Its near-constant movement plays a key role in maintaining the film's energy and pacing. The truck's journey isn't just a backdrop, it's the driving force behind the narrative. Every mile traveled adds to the tension as the characters race against time and law enforcement. The filmmakers use this continuous motion to create a sense of urgency that carries through the entire story. Even during quieter moments, the truck is often shown in motion, reinforcing the idea that the journey never stops. This approach keeps the audience engaged, as there is always a sense of forward progression. The movement also allows for a variety of visual perspectives, from wide highway shots to close-up views of the truck in action. This variety adds dynamism to the film, preventing it from feeling static. The truck becomes a symbol of momentum, representing the characters' determination to complete their mission. For viewers, this constant motion creates an immersive experience, making them feel like they are part of the journey. It's not just about reaching the destination, it's about the relentless drive to get there. Number 1. The truck's legacy helped cement the Kenworth W900 as a cultural icon. After Smokey and the Bandit was released, Snowman's Kenworth W900 took on a life beyond the movie itself. The truck became a symbol of a particular era of American road culture, representing freedom, rebellion, and the open highway. And we'll see its distinctive design and on-screen presence made it instantly recognizable, even to those who hadn't seen the film. This cultural impact extended to real-world trucking communities, where the Kenworth W900 gained increased popularity and recognition. The film helped elevate the truck from a functional vehicle to an icon of style and identity. Fans began to associate it with a sense of independence and adventure, qualities embodied by the characters in the movie. The truck's legacy continues to this day, influencing how it is perceived in both media and real life. It appears in discussions, recreations, and tributes, maintaining its status as one of the most famous trucks in cinematic history. For viewers, the Kenworth W900 is more than just a vehicle. It's a symbol of a story, a character, and a cultural moment that continues to resonate. Snowman's Kenworth W900 wasn't just part of Smokey and the Bandit. It was the movie's heartbeat. Every roar of the engine, every mile on the highway, and every detail on that truck helped create something unforgettable. What makes it legendary isn't just how it looked, but how real it felt. It moved, it worked, and it carried the story forward. Decades later, that truck still stands as a symbol of freedom, speed, and pure cinematic attitude, proving that sometimes the machine becomes just as iconic as the man behind the wheel.